or
just YouTube?
Just on YouTube for right now.
Okay.
So if people watch the YouTube video.
Anybody on YouTube, welcome to the special edition of SPR. Ain't nobody listening right now. You right over there? You snorting coke?
Just getting hyped.
Oh, true. I get hyped with cocaine.
My wife for my anniversary got me cocaine. By the way, how did the hell? Okay, I know this is not related to sports anyway. How did you go to the comic shop on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday? That was not
because I did
just like, fuck it, we're going.
Pretty much.
That's what that.
Because we hadn't been in over a week, and I really just wanted to go. I actually really wanted to get that Frostbite book, and so I was like, "Yeah."
What's that?
It is a book
called Frostbite.
Oh,
you know what? Now you say that, I do think I remember what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is literally going as slow as it possibly can, I think. SPR Crab Dog Fest.
Long after Earth has entered its second ice age.
All right, so I mean, I'm already into week 11, and I know this is unrealistic. I have Redskins at 8-1.
Wow.
Wait, I don't even know.
Yeah, a little bit of bias there.
Yeah,
I don't even know that happened. Like, I mean, like, okay, so I'm just gonna go with predictions.
I hear an echo. I don't know if that's Justin's.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Okay, because like I have Redskins at 9-7, so
somewhere you fucked up.
Yeah,
that's funny though.
You have them at 8-1 already?
Yeah, I guess their only loss was the Cowboys.
All right, I have that.
I don't know how
I have that.
Maybe I was just like subconsciously like Redskins. Yep, Redskins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, can you guys not talk for just like 2 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Test. Okay, it's not. Okay, I got it fixed.
You got it?
I think so. All right, and then just gotta click next, make sure it actually works. About a week ago.
Test. Okay.
just hold on. That's the preview. I'm gonna shut that down, and then we'll be good to go.
Shut that shit down.
It's gonna shut. What do I call this on YouTube? I had actually a good name. Yeah.
All right. So now they're at 6-3.
Test.
What?
Test.
I'll just go with my initial ones.
See, it doesn't work out that easily when you
right. Because like I don't know. I just think they might not make sense, but like I mean, the only one I actually changed was the Dolphins one. So. And I guess the only like it doesn't really matter unless like because I mean I can just take the losses and wins from somewhere else to make it make sense. Like the Dolphins can still lose out the entire division and still go 9-7. So whatever.
Justin should have set this up yesterday.
I'm just making the Facebook post now.
We'll take your goddamn time. I'll just drink out of a baby Groot.
All right, I think I got everything up.
Slut.
Up.
So did you guys make your I guess so I have 2 MVPs for the NFC East because one of them is based off of my bold prediction.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys like just initially based it off your bold prediction anyways or
no.
Okay.
What did I do? Oh, yeah.
Don't. I'll be right back.
What is taking so long to go live? Like literally, I'm just waiting.
Just like waiting for it to load.
It's literally, it's just I hit go live. I'm just waiting for it to do it. Then I can close this.
And how close is your router to your laptop?
Like practically on top of it.
Oh, it's up above.
Yeah. But I just loved it. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Fucking the fucking laptop.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching our shit show of a production for SPR presents episode 1 of 4. Today we will be talking about the AFC and NFC Easts in the NFL. And hey, we're live.
It's worked?
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably echoing.
Yeah, it's echoing real bad.
Okay, I'll fix it. Hold on.
Down. Shut.
Shut that shit down. All right. Boom. And all right.
Now let me share it.
Okay.
I guess.
The screen doesn't look like it changed, Justin.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's like super delayed. Yeah, you just said test on there. So I don't know if it's like super duper delayed.
Test.
It's like way behind.
See, it doesn't work out.
It is way behind.
Wait, it wasn't a minute ago because I heard myself whistle or make that little. The fuck? I don't know.
Either way,
I can't share it either now. Like,
you can't.
Well, it's just taking forever to load. I don't know if it's me or
Oh.
I am hardwired in. So I don't know why my internet would be just fucking up.
Man, our production is shit. Is it working yet, Justin?
I don't know. I wasn't checking.
Damn, this shit is like 7
Well, I
minutes
was saying,
behind.
like maybe I should stop it and then start it again.
You could try.
Like it's not even showing up on my
And
feed.
this is like,
Yeah, I know. It's not showing up anymore.
Like it's not like my feed. Like it's on our page. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it.
Okay, yeah, something's messing up with it because, like,
Yeah, because like I said, it took forever to load. Oh yeah. Did it?
well, let me go edit my thing then. Oh. So I shared it on my page, like me personally, and it's gone. It's like not even there.
Yeah, because the reach on it right now is 0. which is impossible because you shared. And we're gonna end the video. That's how it goes.
Well, that's it, guys. Guess we're done.
That was fun, guys. Should do that again sometime. I'm about to fucking murder someone. So, all right. Let's try this again. Got this. So, like, all right, hold on. This shit is fucked up. Stop the stream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Put in the new stream key. Yeah, supposedly he's coming in a half hour, which is just fucking super.
What?
What?
I'm talking to Melissa.
Oh, that's what she said, by the way.
And like, I was like, no, he can't. And my dad's like, well, we've been trying to get him to come over all this time. I was like, yeah, but Phoenix is asleep. I'm busy. Like, I don't have time to deal with the guy. Like, if like, too bad. Like, I don't actually. The thing is, like, I looked at the roof. Like, I don't see any more places where it needs to put spackle. It needs to be sanded. And then I was like, I can take care of the faucet. Just tell him to buzz off. He said, I'm going to go there in a half hour. Is he actually going to show up here in a half hour? I don't know. I can take care of the faucet. Okay, hold on.
Hi, Melissa. Happy anniversary.
Boy.
We all float down here. What the fuck is going on? Okay. This is some shit.
What's wrong?
Like, I don't know. It won't stop streaming. Thank you.
Damn. This woman on NFL Network was talking about Tyron Smith's like history of injuries. And he had a at one point in his career he had a bulging disc in his back. She definitely said he had a bulging dick. Let's see.
Careful with them. Unclear if he'll practice Thursday or what his availability will be this weekend. If you'll remember, last year he was dealing with a bulging disc issue in his lower.
That's fucking great. I approve.
Yeah. So she tweeted out. She said, "Live TV, you never know. You guys know what I meant."
And was like, "We know what you were thinking about."
Right.
It's like, no, don't worry, girl. We know what you were talking
I don't
about.
know. A Cowboys player with a bulging dick in his lower back.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Lower back being ass. But we support gay marriage.
I mean, of course. Like, what is this fucking doing?
We'd be better off going to Best Buy, you buying a brand new laptop, coming back, re-downloading everything, and then we'd be good to go. Brandon got to go to bed in 4 minutes. Damn.
Right?
4 minutes. Well, guys, I just want to let you know that I think this team's going to win the NFC East, this team's going to win the AFC, and I'm going to bed later.
Right?
I think what happened is that key wasn't good. It was a bad key.
Blame it on the key.
Blame it on the key. This is all because it was on a delay.
But like even the screen didn't show up for the
Yeah, it was just like what I think happened is that the whole time I was thinking about going live, it was actually live.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, all right, please just fucking work. Okay, it's working. We're green. We're green down there. Okay. So this should give me a preview. So we're live now, just as far as the video goes.
Okay, great. We're live.
Like it's not up yet, but
Right, but we're live.
like
So
I think when the video goes up.
Should I just start talking?
No.
Okay. Is that on your phone, or are you making the post?
That's the preview on the laptop right now.
Hey, Brandon, while we're previewing, I don't know if you can see this. Do you want that?
Hang on.
Should we just
Sure.
start talking?
Okay.
How'd you get that?
That was in Loot Crate like 2 months ago.
Okay. Should be live.
Should be live, like on Facebook. So, like, I should see a notification that says.
Did you tag us or no?
I didn't this time because I was just trying to get
All right,
the
there we go. Boom.
Is that on your phone? Or is that are you making the post?
There we go. I see it.
All right, I see it. Share it. Hopefully it switches to us. Now that everybody's asleep.
Okay. And then the other thing, before we get going here, I might mute myself at one point. It's because if the one guy shows up to fix our roof.
Fix your roof.
Fucking 8:30 at night. Okay. Should be live. Should be
Okay.
live. Should be live.
Should be live. Okay,
Should be live.
All right.
Well, I don't know.
We're just going to start talking.
Okay.
It shit doesn't look like it's working, but we'll just talk. Justin can edit it. We can put it out later. Good to go, Justin? Yeah. Did you fall asleep? You have narcolepsy?
No, I'm awake.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's working.
Yeah, I don't see it anymore again.
There we go. Let's see. Share it. Hopefully it switches to us.
Mine is working.
Mine's working too. I mean, I see the. It's kind of
It's
working.
just in the middle of switching to us. It's just a little bit behind, which sucks, but
The feed like keeps freezing
Mhm.
on mine.
I
There
wonder
it
if
is. I see Brandon's
Facebook's
face.
messing up.
It could be Facebook.
Because, like, I mean, I'm loading perfectly fine and everything, but I can't share anything. Like, I'm trying to just click random posts and share it, but nothing will load for me.
Did you? Yeah. It keeps getting interrupted. I don't know if that's whatever. It keeps getting interrupted. I'm not sure if that's on your end, Justin. Anyway, let's just start talking football. It's recording on YouTube, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we'll just post the audio. Okay. So, welcome everybody who's listening. Probably nobody because we have technical difficulties. This is SPR, Same Person Radio. I am Steven. That is Brandon and Justin looking down at his phone there if you're watching the YouTube video. Hey, that guy. So we are going to do some SPRtz talk. We're going to have 4 special editions episodes of Sports Talk. Basically, we're going to go 2 divisions each week. This week we're going to do AFC East and NFC East, and then next week we'll do one of the other, AFC and NFC directional divisions. And we're just going to talk about some random stuff. We'll go over what our predictions are as far as records, the storylines, what we thought were the best pickups, maybe give an MVP of the division, and then maybe give some bold predictions, just to give our kind of, preview of the NFL season coming up, which should be definitely interesting. To say the least. So how you guys doing? Good to go?
Yep,
Super
good.
duper.
Ready?
Super duper. All right, yeah. Let's start. So we'll start with the AFC East. This is the division that has been dominated by the Patriots for the past however long Tom Brady's been a quarterback. Basically since the beginning of 2000. Patriots, Dolphins, Bills, and Jets. let's start off with what you guys think are kind of the top storylines for the division. Brandon, what do you got?
Top storylines, obviously, it's Jay Cutler with the Dolphins. I mean, that's kind of dominated the whole, like everybody's sports world for the past week or so. Or actually, not even that much, because when did he sign? Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday.
I think it was Monday.
Okay.
Monday.
Yeah.
So obviously, that's the biggest talk right now. Other than that, I guess it's just whether or not Jets are like actually trying to tank, or they're just gonna tank.
I don't know. I mean, with them, it didn't seem that. I mean, if there was tanking in the NFL, like that, this would be it. Like,
yeah,
what they're doing is exactly what you would do to tank.
Right.
So, yeah, they're not looking too good. I also had the Bills. The Bills got a new front office and a new head coach. They basically kind of cleared house after last season. Rex Ryan's now gone, and I think he's going to be on CBS as a broadcaster. I think maybe in the pregame show. So we have that, and then one other thing is Tom Brady turning 40 years old and still basically being the best player in the league. At least one of the best players in the league is kind of crazy.
Right.
So,
how old was Favre? Like his last 2 years, or like his last? Because he was still pretty good his last year, right, with the Vikings.
Or
was
like
that
40s? I think.
I think it was like 42. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. But his play had definitely declined.
Right.
Down.
Plus, Brett Favre was overrated to begin with. Ooh,
damn.
It is that INT. Right? He's basically Jay Cutler, but he wins games. That's the only difference.
Justin, did you have anything different or additional as far as the big storylines?
Just everyone, after winning the Super Bowl last year, New England made some upgrades actually to their team. Like somehow got better roster wise, at least on paper. So the talk is obviously with Tom Brady not suspended the first few games. The talk is, can they go undefeated? So I feel like that's kind of a storyline that people are going to be watching. I don't think they will necessarily, but I feel like that's a storyline that people are kind of like, oh, are they actually going to do it? And then, like you were saying, like Jets, whether they're tanking or not, they can't catch a break regardless. So, like Quincy Enunwa just went down for the season. Right. He was literally like their only receiver that anyone actually knows. So it's like they can't get a break even if they want to, unless it's like a broken bone. So it's like,
the only break they get are injuries. Like that's the only
right. Yeah. So I think those are the kind of the two storylines I had seen that you guys didn't mention.
Yeah. I think that was basically all that I had. As far as the storylines go. Yeah, that's about it. So let's go let's see, where do we want to go? We want to go maybe the pickups, like kind of the best maybe pickups draft, for each team.
Yeah, sure. Or do you want to do prediction or the like picks actually first? Like
let's save the records for the end, I think. Okay. We'll do the bold prediction and then we'll do the record for the end. So the best pickup for the Patriots this offseason, who do you think? I think there's one clear choice.
Yeah, it's Stephon Gilmore, I feel like.
Well, that's not my clear choice.
So there's definitely not a clear choice then.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you're probably thinking Brandon Cooks, but I feel like Stephon Gilmore added to that. Like their offense was fine before with Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola filling in when he needs to, Gronk when he's healthy. I feel like getting Stephon Gilmore, that like they still have Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, they still have Malcolm Butler.
All they just did is they just added another top tier corner, I feel like, to their defensive backfield, and it's just like now it's like, okay, so now not only can you not stop them from passing on you, you can't even stop them from you can't throw on them either. So it's like, I don't know. I just think that they did that move to me. I think was like, damn. I mean, I'm sure Brandon Cooks is the more flashier choice, and obviously he's a stud. But well, I wouldn't even say stud. That's a little bit over. But I
don't know. He was pretty studly. Did you say too many cooks in the kitchen? You better get the fuck out of here.
I just there's too many cooks in that kitchen. I just feel like you still got to feed Edelman. You still got to feed Gronk. You still got to feed. There's another. Who's the other receiver? The other white guy.
Chris
Hogan.
Hogan.
All white receivers. Yeah, like Hogan. There's so many guys there.
Yeah, so I picked Cooks, and the reason I picked Cooks is you said you have to feed him. Basically, you got to feed Edelman, you got to feed Gronk, and now you have to feed Cooks. Like Hogan is a complimentary person. Danny Amendola is complimentary even when he's healthy, and then like Dwayne Allen, he's also complimentary. And then who's the
White and
James White, Deion Lewis, Mike Gillespie.
And they also got, Gillislee. They just got
Gillislee is probably an underrated pickup that they got.
Yeah.
Also, they also got Rex Burkhead, who is possibly going to be their goal line back. Basically, he's like a white version of LeGarrette Blount, from what everybody's been saying.
I think
that was what Gillislee was supposed to be.
Yeah, because Gillislee, I think as far as short yards, touchdowns, his conversion rate was even better than Blount's. And Blount, I think, led the league in touchdowns, but it was just like attempts per thing. So
right.
Gillislee should actually be an upgrade over Blount, if you can even believe that. But
right. So, Brandon, who did you have as the Patriots?
I guess right now just Cooks. Like, it seems because obviously they paid a lot of money to Gilmore, but they traded for Cook, so they clearly wanted him. I think probably a little more in terms of just those two pickups. I feel like, I mean, obviously like I said, they paid Gilmore a shit ton of money, which is not really like the Patriots. So that could say something about how they feel about Gilmore. But they also traded away.
They traded a first and a third round pick for
right, exactly. So
that's
probably.
But the thing with the Patriots too is they don't typically draft the best, and like draft picks don't really matter that much to them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it shows more, like you're saying, that they paid more for Stephon Gilmore than trading for Brandon Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, they upgraded at both positions, and they won the fucking Super Bowl last year. So,
right,
and honestly, this might not be a popular opinion, but I think Dwayne Allen's better than Michael Bennett. So I feel like they upgraded at tight end for when Gronk inevitably goes down. But the only thing I think where Bennett is better is health, because Allen just seems to always get hurt.
Yeah. I think they're about same skill wise. Maybe
but yeah,
I think Dwayne Allen still has a little more potential.
I was gonna say Dwayne Allen's a little younger, so he's a little more fresh, I think, than Bennett was. Either way, though,
I just don't like Michael Bennett. So
Martellus, you don't like Michael or Martellus?
I don't like any of those Bennett fuckers.
True.
Both of them, they're just dicks. They're like, ooh, we're being honest. No, you're being assholes.
Very true. Very true. All right, so that's the best pick for the Patriots. What about the Dolphins?
I mean,
best pickup. That's easy. It's my boy Jay Cutler.
I was expecting you to go way off the rails with that, like Julius Thomas.
To be honest, that would have probably been it if it wasn't Jay Cutler. But Jay Cutler, honestly, money in the bank. I think I look at this team and I'm like, as long as really Jarvis Landry hopefully doesn't get suspended, if that's hopefully that's not true what is being alleged, the domestic abuse or whatever, or the said assault, but it's something to do with his girlfriend or I guess it's like the mother's, it's whatever. But anywho, if he misses time for that, that'll kind of suck. But they still do have Devontae Parker. They still have Kenny Stills. They have Julius Thomas. They have a running game with Jay Ajayi. Steven just turned into a cell phone, and
my bad.
That's okay. But I feel like this is like, and then like they don't have that bad of an offensive line. They got a pretty good defense. I kind of feel like this is like the first time Jay Cutler will finally, and plus Adam Gase offense, that Jay Cutler's somewhere where he's actually getting the tools he needs to do well. I guess we'll see. His decision making has always been the question, and his leadership skills has always been kind of another concern from some people. So I guess it just kind of comes down to that. But I feel like that saved their season, signing Cutler. And everyone's saying, oh, they should have picked up Kaepernick. You're an idiot, and here's why. Because Cutler already knows the system. So if it was any other team, I'd say it's maybe you pick one or the other. I still think Cutler would have been the better choice. But he already knows Adam Gase's system, so he didn't have to learn a whole bunch of stuff that Kaepernick would have. So I think Cutler is the best addition to that team.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that Jay Cutler is the best pickup for them. Julius Thomas probably would have been, I think, the choice there. But Jay Cutler for sure, pretty much for all the things that you already said. He knows the system. He's got offensive weapons. I mean, he's got Landry, he's got Kenny Stills, he's got Devonta Parker. Jay Ajayi's shown that he can be an actual good running back. They got, I think Damian Williams is the name of their backup running back. He's pretty good for a backup. And so I definitely think that Jay Cutler is going to step it up this year.
I guess I'm not as high on Cutler as you guys, but I still think he's definitely their flashiest or best pickup, just considering they really didn't pick up that many major or notable players. Like there was Lawrence Timmons and Nate Allen.
Yeah, when I was looking, I was like, I was trying to think if I could pick somebody other than Jay Cutler, and then I just couldn't find anybody. It was like, who did they actually pick up? So,
yeah. So I mean, I think obviously he had one of his better seasons with Adam Gase. So
I think it was his best one.
Was it his best one?
Yeah, I think it was his best season was when Adam Gase was his coordinator.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I feel like there was a couple Denver seasons that were maybe better. I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
Yeah,
but yeah, obviously he's definitely the best pickup considering the moves they made in offseason.
Right. I think even the draft picks that they made, I still think that he would be the best pickup there for the Dolphins.
It wasn't his best season, depending.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back for a second here. It wasn't his best season as far as like he didn't have his most yards or anything, but his his interceptions were definitely down, and his touchdowns were up a little bit. Like his touchdowns didn't like slack down, so it wasn't like him doing that. But it was probably his most efficient season, I would say. It's like least amount of picks and stuff. Because there was actually the one year where they went to the NFC Championship game against Green Bay. I think that was his best year. That's when he had Marshall and he had Jeffrey and Forte. Like that was when that whole offense was
the
best it was.
Yeah. We shall see for Jay Cutler. So Buffalo Bills, who do you think was their best pickup? This can include draft picks as well.
Okay. I don't know. Micah Hyde isn't too bad. Honestly, it was probably their draft picks, their top two, like White and Zay Jones, especially Zay Jones. Because, I mean, depending on Watkins' health, Zay Jones could be the immediate go-to guy, you know?
Right. Especially because they lost, I forget who their second guy was, but
it was Robert Woods.
Yeah, and he's with the Rams now, I believe.
Yeah, he's somewhere different.
Yeah, it's either Rams or the 40. No, yeah, it's the Rams.
I think it's the Rams. Yeah. I had kind of a tie. At first, I thought Micah Hyde. So I actually then put down White for cornerback because the guy, the Tre'Davious White, who they drafted in the first round, basically to replace Gilmore. Was Tyrod Taylor technically a free agent?
I don't remember if he was a free agent or if he was traded. There was something there.
Like this year.
Oh, this year? Like no, he was.
Then wasn't he a free agent? They re-signed him.
Does that count? I don't know.
That's what I mean. If we were going to count that, I was going to say Tyrod would be tied because I mean he did pretty well for them. And I mean he's not that bad. He's not a bad quarterback per se, especially with the system they have. So, but either way, I'd probably go with White.
They retained him on a restructured contract.
Okay, so they restructured it. So
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Anybody who's watching on our Facebook feed, very sorry about that. We have technical difficulties and it's probably not working. So thanks for trying. Justin has stepped away. We'll get his best pickup for the Bills. We'll go to the lowly Jets. It's very hard to have a best pickup for the Jets.
I got to give me a second here.
I went with Jamal Adams. He's the number 6 overall pick. He's going to be really good.
Yeah,
that was really. I mean,
they did get Claiborne, who I don't know. He's off and on, but he's somewhat of a consistent cute cornerback. And they also got Josh McCown. I mean, like,
Okay, you said that and laughed. That obviously means
okay. The thing is, though, like, I mean, obviously, it's probably not the best considering Jamal Adams, but like, what
I guess in terms of the team, I guess.
I mean, like, who's there? Okay, Hackenberg is trying to get a shot, but he just got kicked out of the huddle.
No, he did. Yeah, he did because he didn't know how to break the huddle.
Yeah,
they also have Bryce.
Yeah,
Bryce Petty is the other one there.
Who he looks like, I don't know, even weaker armed Kellen Moore.
Pretty much. I mean,
so I mean, like, Josh McCown could end up being the best pickup because he'll probably end up being the starter if Hackenberg doesn't cut it.
Yeah, and then didn't they get Austin Seferian-Jenkins? They traded for him last year, right?
Yes,
like middle of the year they traded for him.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough year for the Jets. Right. I feel like
they lost so many people. It's crazy.
They lost both their receiver. They lost Brandon Marshall. They lost Eric Decker.
Lost
the Quincy O'Noon was down for the year.
They lost both their tackles and their center. They're
Nick Mangold,
the best center in NFL. They lost.
Right. And then their defense. I mean, they lost some people on defense too, I believe. I don't really know who they had because it wasn't that good anyway. But
well, they lost Revis.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't remember who else.
Yeah. So the lowly Jets, so Jamal Adams basically we have as the as the only real good pick. They did make a let me pull up their draft. So they drafted Jamal Adams and they also drafted Marcus May, who was kind of low first round talent that dropped into the second round. So they have two rookie safeties basically. And then they also drafted Ardarius Stewart and Jordan Leggett in the third and fifth round, who could become good. They're young players, but again, it's young players. I think, yeah. So they are actually starting both of the safeties, both rookie safeties.
Good God.
So I don't know exactly how well it's going to work out. Right. And like you said, Mo Claiborne can be a liability, but they also, like, on the other side, their starting quarterback is Buster Screen.
Oh, who's just like
absolutely
should not be a
terrible.
starter.
Right. So the Jets are gonna be not so good.
Like, some on this one website, and it's bad when one of their notable additions is the kicker, Chandler Catanzaro.
Good God! Wait, Catanzaro got cut by the Cardinals?
I guess so.
Damn. Did he get hurt last year?
I don't know. I think he had an off season or something, or a bad season.
Yeah, he had a bad season because he missed the kick when he played the Redskins.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Him and Dustin Hopkins fucked it up and could have won that game, but oh well. Either way. All right. Well, Justin is still MIA for now. Let's go to. I guess we'll just go to the bold predictions for each team. Let's start
for each team.
Yeah, I mean, or if you have one, I have one for each team. You don't have to have one.
I know I have one for each team. I'm just saying, because we haven't even done the NFC East's preseason or off-season moves and stuff yet.
Oh, I was gonna do all AFC East and then go to all NFC East.
Okay. Oh, you said teams, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant divisions. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, bold prediction for each AFC East team.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
All right. What do you have for the Jets?
Jets, they win more than 3 games.
That is a very bold prediction.
I actually might have to come up with some better ones. We'll see.
So my bold prediction for the Jets is actually a little bit opposite of that. My bold prediction is that they will go 0-16 and they will not win a game. That is,
I guess that's bold too. I mean, because when was the last time a team went 0-16?
The Browns are the only team ever to do it 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, and I mean, that team was pretty bad, but I feel like this team looks even worse than that team.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll still get number 1 pick with 1 win.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that I have them as the worst team in the league for me. So, they will be getting the number 1 pick and they will be drafting a quarterback most likely. So that's my Jets bold prediction. Let's go to the Bills.
Bills. I actually didn't write one down for them for some reason.
Here, I'll give you mine, and then maybe it'll spark something. So my bold prediction for the Bills is that Sammy Watkins stays healthy for all 16 games, and he becomes a top 5 receiver.
I was actually thinking about saying something like that, so I'm glad you went first and not even, like randomly steal it.
Right.
Damn, Bills. I will say they. I don't know. Is it bold to say they win? They have a winning record? Like, what do they?
I think so. I don't think that they.
What did they do? Oh, they went 7-9. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like that's not bold enough. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Damn, I forget his. McCoy is the leading NFL rusher in yards, and they have a winning record going to the play, and they go to the playoffs.
Okay, that's even more bold. Yes, having them go to the playoffs is definitely more bold. I like it. I think definitely Salt McCoy has a chance to become the leading rusher. I mean, he was close last year, and I mean they don't really have anybody else. I mean, they have Sammy Watkins, they have some weapons, but it's definitely a rushing offense. I feel like for them.
Yeah. Definitely.
What about the Dolphins for you? Oh God.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that they. What? Fuck! I can't say they go the worst. They're the worst in the division because that's like almost literally impossible.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna say they are actually the second worst team in the division.
Okay.
Dolphins.
That's his bold. That's his bold prediction.
Catch me up. What I missed?
So we did. We just started the bold predictions. We already did the Jets and the Bills.
If you want, so here, how about this, Justin? Start off. Let's go down your list of best pickup for the Bills and best pickup for the Jets.
Bills, I have no fucking clue. Jets, I have no fucking clue. Both those teams are garbage.
Okay.
Like Jets, I mean, did they even pick anyone up?
Well, Branden and I both said Jamal Adams, the safety they drafted.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that was the one, and then we also said
that's actually a real good one.
Tre'Davious White, who's the first round cornerback that the Bills drafted. Either that or Zay Jones, the wide receiver.
I would say Zay Jones.
Okay, there you go.
In camp, so that would probably be why I say that.
So Branden, and then we went into the bold predictions. Branden, what was your Jets prediction?
They win more than 3 games.
Okay,
Wow,
mine was
that is bold.
Holy shit!
Yeah, mine
You're
was
Jets fan down there,
right? Mine was that they go 0-16 and they don't win a game. That was my bold prediction for the Jets. What do you got for the Jets?
My bold prediction is, okay, you ready for it? That they suck. No, it would be that they, through the course of the 17 game seasons or 16 games in a 17-week season, they go through 8 quarterbacks.
8?
8.
Good God. That sounds possible.
Well, the thing is, I don't think their defense is going to really be able to stop anyone that much. Right. I mean, the defense isn't terrible, but it's not good either. So I just think that the offense is just going to be out there, and the line's not that great, and they're just getting pummeled. And I just think maybe 8's a little strong. We'll go to 6.
I was going to say 8's a little strong because like they'd have to get 5 new quarterbacks basically. Like they'd have to pick up 5. But
we'll say
6. Okay, that's pretty. All right. What about your Bills? Oh, so Branden just did his Bills one. He had a kind of a combination. What was your Bills?
It was basically McCoy leads league in rushing yards, and they make the playoffs.
Okay. So mine is that Tyrod Taylor does not finish the season as starter, and it is not because of injury. I think he gets benched at some point.
But you're all about Ty God. That's a pretty bold prediction.
I don't. But I think it's just because of that organization. He's not their quarterback.
Going for a different way. I like it.
And I think next year he'll get picked up by someone and be fine. I just think, honestly, that they've already been kind of like talking like, oh, I mean, Like maybe he's like that organization. They almost didn't sign. I don't remember actually what happened there, but they almost didn't sign him.
Right. But they couldn't find him. They couldn't get a better.
It was more the front office side that didn't want him, but the coach staff did.
Yep, exactly. And I think that what'll happen is something will happen there, and he just won't be the starter, and they'll give someone else a shot, and who knows?
Yeah,
I don't even know who their backup is. I can look it up
real quick. Their backup is
wasn't it Cardale Jones?
It was.
Oh yeah, no, they traded him.
That's right. Well, let's look it up.
I'm in the process.
All right.
So mine, Justin, for the Buffalo Bills was that TJ Yates is their back. Oh, they drafted Nate Peterman in the 5th round. He's a quarterback from Pitt that apparently people are pretty high on. So maybe that's their future. My bold prediction for the Bills, Justin, was that Sammy Watkins stays healthy for all 16 games and becomes a top 5 receiver.
Wow.
So that's pretty bold, actually. That's
actually part of the reason. That's part of the reason why I don't think Tyrod will finish the season as a starter. Is I think that Watkins will go down. That team will struggle in offense because Tyrod can't do everything, nor can LeSean McCoy. But I think that although they
still have what's his name though, the tight end, right? Like the most consistent tight end in the league. Jesus Christ,
Charles Clay?
Yeah, no, not Charles Clay. Wait,
Charles. Are you thinking of Delaney Walker?
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. Sorry,
that's racist, Brandon.
All black people are the
same. All right, so let's go to the Dolphins, Brandon. What do you have as your bold prediction?
So my bold prediction is that they come second low in the league, or sorry, they're the second worst team in the division.
Justin shaking his head. Justin, you want me to go? I think we both might have the same bold prediction.
No, I have a better one that's better than yours, even. Well, different than yours, not better.
All right, let me tell you mine then, and we'll see. So my bold prediction is that Jay Cutler will have the best year of his career, and they're going to get the first wild card spot in the AFC.
I had the same thing. So, not for my prediction, for the wild card. My prediction actually is that Devontae Parker finishes as a top 10 wide receiver this year.
Okay, top 10.
That's
yardage wise.
Well, like just overall stats. Like he has
fantasy spoilers.
But that's partially because he kind of fits the kind of receiver that Cutler likes to throw to. Just that kind of guy that goes up and gets the ball kind of guy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I feel like, although Kenny Stills is that way too, I don't know if they'll use Stills or Parker. But the other thing is that I'm just kind of thinking like, if this Landry thing actually happens, Landry's more of a possession guy as it is. Like he's kind of like over the middle for 4 yards, over the middle for another 6 yards, that kind of guy. I feel like Cutler will use that guy, but I think if Landry misses time because of this a suspension or something, I mean, he claims he didn't do it, but whatever. I guess we'll find out in time. But if that actually happens, that'll only, enhance that Parker's value for that type of situation. The other one I was gonna say is like Julius Thomas would have a good year, but I'm not so sure. It's just, Julius Thomas I'm still kind of.
Once Peyton Manning left Denver and he left Denver, he kind of went doo-doo. Like once he went to Jacksonville,
he had good games last year for Jacksonville, but it was Jacksonville, so it was like
it's not that good of a game.
Yeah, he seemed to always have a good game when I faced him in fantasy football. I was like, okay, you're gonna get like 18 points. Cool, that's cool. No, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Good for you, Julius. Good for you.
I don't know. I wouldn't expect too much from Thomas just because, Bennett didn't do that much with color. He had what?
Greg Olsen did.
That's true.
Also, when Julius wears the orange jerseys, can we call him Orange Julius? Get it? Because it's like the drink.
All right, Brandon, what's your Patriots bold prediction?
Patriots bold prediction. I don't know. I'm kind of like inclined to go negative here, just because I feel like anything positive isn't that bold.
Is it bold? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say they have. They still win the division probably, but I'm gonna say they do it with a 11-5 record.
Ooh.
That's my bold prediction. That's not my like.
That's not what you think the record is, but
Yes, that's not what my record will be later. But that's just my bold prediction.
okay. All right, Justin. What do you? Oh, you're gone again. Oh, you're back.
No, I'm bad. I just had water. I was so thirsty.
Okay. What? That's because you're looking at me. What? What's your Patriots? Your Patriots bold prediction?
You bold like A1 sauce. Like Jesus, my bold prediction was gonna be that they lose more than one game, and all of a sudden he's over here. They're gonna lose 5. Although I can see that. My bold prediction is that I don't know how you do it. I mean, they rank the defenses and stuff, but that the Patriots finish as a top 5 defense this year. I don't think that they were last year. I don't think they have really.
No, they're always usually top half, but never like
top half, like top 15 to 10, somewhere in that range. But I think they'll be a top 5 defense with the additions they've made. Because who else did they give? They got someone else besides Gilmore too. That was like, oh.
So last year, yardage wise, New England was actually 8th.
So I'm not so bold.
They also got Clinton Ely.
Yeah, and points wise, New England was the top defense.
Oh fuck me! My bold prediction that week 1 Tom Brady breaks his leg.
Damn, that's fucked up.
There, you want bold? There's bold.
So my bold prediction actually needs to change from what I had written down. I had written down that the bold prediction was they're going to go 19-0 and win the Super Bowl. But I will change that because I don't believe they're going to go 19-0. Actually, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it as the bold prediction that they go 19-0 because my prediction for the record isn't 19-0. I was also going to add in that they have 3 1,000-yard receivers.
Damn, that's possible though. That's really
that's possible.
Right.
I will go and say, bold prediction, they will have 2 1,000-yard rushers. Boom.
Nah.
Okay, 2 total.
I think it would be more like total yardage. That would make.
I want to shit on the Redskins.
If you said running backs with total yardage of 1,000,
that's what I thought about afterwards. I'm like James White and Deion Lewis, they catch the ball, and Gillisley probably won't catch the ball, but he's going to run short yardage. And Rex Burkhead somehow figures in there. Although I think they said they're going to run Rex Burkhead out wide. Yeah, almost as like a receiver, like a slot. Yeah. Right. But that's the thing that's the thing about the Patriots is week to week, it's going to be different.
Yeah. Right.
That's what the genius of Bill Belichick is.
But they're still going to do good. Like it doesn't
going to do good, right? He just looks at I remember a few years ago when Indy was actually pretty good without Andrew Luck, and they're literally like, oh, we're just going to run the ball with Jonas Gray and give him 5 touchdowns or whatever it was that 1 week.
And then he was like cut 2 weeks after.
Cut because he was practice. He was late to practice or something. Like you're out,
right?
It's like, geez, this guy's got one of your games.
All right. So one person who's going to be the MVP of that division, all teams.
I mean, like he's probably going to be the MVP of the league, so you just kind of have to go with Brady, right?
I did.
Yeah. I mean, that's like
I think he's the obvious choice. A secondary choice. My boy, Jay Cutler.
honestly, if the Dolphins are going to do good, Jay Cutler has to be the MVP of the division.
Right. Okay, one last question before we move on to the next part of this. Do you think Jay Cutler, who would you rather have going into the week 1 as the Miami Dolphins? Ryan Tannehill or Jay Cutler? Full health, everything.
Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill. Are you talking now? Are you
as your starter for the season? If it was like if you're Adam Gase and you're like, okay, I can have Ryan Tannehill as my starter, or I have Jay Cutler as my starter. Like if all of a sudden tomorrow they do another MRI or something, it's like, hey, Tannehill's actually not going to be out. He'll be out like a week and he'll be fine. Type thing. Like, would you be like, oh, Tannehill's the starter now, or would you be like, oh no, Jay Cutler's the starter?
I'd go with Tannehill.
Yeah. The funny thing is, it's
close for me. I don't know though.
This is kind of why Tannehill or Jay Cutler's even here. Is because I mean, I don't know if you know the whole details about Tannehill's injury, but well, he never got surgery on it because I mean, like, it's assumed that he was worried about losing his job, so he came back early despite the injury and never actually got it fixed, and now it's just come to a head and he's completely screwed.
Wait, didn't he tear
anything about Tannehill?
It's like it was partially tear. It was a partial tear. that he never got fixed.
That's real dumb. He definitely should have got that fixed.
See, because here's the thing about Tannehill. I don't think he's a franchise. Like, I don't think he's. I think he's fine, but I don't think he's the type of guy that wins you or loses games for you. I think he's kind of like Alex Smith a little bit, where he's like, he's not bad. He's not going to cost you any games, but I don't think he's the kind of guy that you can be like count on to actually like lead your team to winning. Like a lot of their wins last year were kind of like fluky wins, and it was kind of like, oh, Jay Ajayi just busted a 60-yard rush for a touchdown, and we won the game because of it. Like It was stuff like that. So that's why I was like, not that I'm saying that Cutler is that guy, but I'm just saying, I don't know. It's close to me. I think it's still Tannehill because he's younger, but
yeah. The reason I picked Tannehill is just because he's got better rapport, I think, with those receivers, and like, I don't want to say he knows he knows the most current offense better than Cutler does, but Cutler knows the base of the offense. That's really the only reason I would go with Tannehill.
Also, Cutler makes a few jokes at a press conference, and everyone's like, "Meh."
I know. He's like, well, quarterbacks don't have to be in shape.
He's obviously joking. Like, he even like kind of like makes a smirk, like, "Heh, like fuck you." The old Cutler. I was just waiting for him to pull out a cigarette and be like, "Huh."
Have you seen the videos that people made where like they put an arm up and the cigarette comes up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
like he made the joke about like that Christian Cavallari told him he had to go back and play. Okay, that's not the actual reason he came back. Let's be serious.
Yeah. All right. So let's finish off the AFC East. We'll finally get to our predictions for the records. Start at the bottom and just go up each person with what your records are. Okay. So Branden, start off with us.
All right. So the bottom is Jets with a 2-14 record. Next, I have Bills at 6-10, Dolphins 9-7, and Patriots 14-2.
I like it. Justin, what do you got?
Got the Jets at 1-15, Bills at 4-12, Miami at 11-5, and Patriots at 14-2.
All right, so the same for the Patriots. I am even lower than you guys for the Jets. They are 0-16. I have the Bills at 5-11, which is right below you guys.
But you're in between.
I'm in between. What I mean, Dolphins. I don't know how it happened. I used the playoff predictor thing. I have the Dolphins going 12-4. And getting the first wild card.
So that shows right there, no Cutler bias with Scalv at all.
Right.
With Cutler.
Right. That's and then I have the Patriots going 13-3.
Okay.
So that's I have them basically. I think I had the Dolphins and the Patriots both have 5-1 division records. I have the Patriots, I think, losing to Oakland. And then maybe a division game and Pittsburgh. I have them also losing to Pittsburgh.
I think I had them losing to
Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I know the one loss I had was for those the Falcons. I feel like that'll be like a revenge game for them. It'll probably be nothing in the end because I don't even know if the Falcons will make it that far again. But
yeah,
let's see.
I thought about that game, but it's in New England. So
I went Falcons and Pittsburgh. I think were the two for him. Who did
that one. They're like, I don't know what it is, but there's like a stat where like the Patriots are terrible in Pittsburgh for some reason.
Yep.
You're gonna ask a question, Justin. Who? What?
Who did you have the Jets beating, Branden? All I had was Buffalo.
Hang on, I gotta look at the.
I mean, maybe beat Buffalo at home.
Yeah, I remember. Right.
Jets at home.
I think they play the Browns once.
They do play the Browns, and I thought about that game, but when we get to our AFC North, I'll tell you why.
When we get to AFC North, I think we're going to have some real big surprises when it comes to the Browns.
I just feel like there'll be like one or it'll probably be Browns. I don't know, but I feel like there'll be one or two games where they'll just like.
They also play Jacksonville.
It doesn't make any sense that they win, but they do pull it off.
It'll be like one of those things where it's like they'll beat New England or something in New England just for fun.
Honestly, I could see them somehow like beating like the Saints or something like that somehow. Like just like it's a shootout.
The other team has a really bad game.
Yeah.
Like, just like, oh, it's the Jets. We can take the week off. And then also like, oh shit, we should.
Right. They're like, all right, we're gonna sit Drew Brees.
Team.
Yeah. They're like, we're gonna sit Drew Brees for this week.
Save him.
Right. All right. So pretty much Patriots winning that division. I mean,
Yeah.
when have they not won the division? I mean, it was the one year that the Jets did, right? Like, I think it was the year Tom Brady got hurt and Matt Castle was a quarterback.
Bart Scott can't wait.
Yeah. Well, was that the same year where the Dolphins went like 10-6 as well?
I don't really remember.
With what was his name? Ricky White and
Ricky White.
Ricky
Williams.
Williams. Jesus Christ.
Smoking that reefer.
Wait, no, that's not right. I'm way off here. Who the hell was the running back that they did all the Wildcat stuff with?
Oh, Ronnie Brown.
But wasn't it
Reggie
two of them?
Bush?
No,
Reggie
No,
Bush?
it wasn't Reggie Bush.
it was Ronnie Brown.
Ronnie Brown, and then who was the other running back?
You mean Pat White, the quarterback?
No, I could have sworn there was like a tandem, like there was Ronnie
There was another
Brown.
running back there that was good for a while. Because I remember this fantasy-wise. Because I had him. It was Ronnie Brown, and there was someone else.
It was like the bigger back. That was. Oh my god!
He was the Thunder of the Thunder and Lightning. I remember
Right.
it.
I'm looking. Was that like 2007? Like, how far should I be going back here?
2010, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm looking up 2000. I mean, Ricky Williams is the other one that's on there with Ronnie Brown.
maybe it was Ricky Williams then.
I mean, now you got me thinking it's somebody other than Ronnie Brown.
No, it was definitely Ronnie Brown.
Reggie Bush was there for a little bit.
No, Bush showed up after that, I think.
Yeah, I think it was after. They actually, because everyone's like, oh, Reggie Bush is going to do really good here because of this. And then they didn't actually even do anything with that. Plus, he got hurt all the time.
It had to be
Lamar
Ricky Williams.
Miller?
No, not then. It had to be Ricky Williams.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I wasn't off.
Yeah, I mean Patrick Cobbs was the other guy that's on this list. Lusaka Polite, I feel like he's a fullback. Ricky, yeah, I feel like it's got to be Ricky Williams.
Reefer Williams.
All right, so that is our AFC East coverage. We all had the Patriots winning that division. Justin and I have high hopes for Jay Cutler. I really do have high hopes for Jay Cutler. I just feel like he's going to do real well.
I just feel like more than anything, it's just because the Bears just ruined his career, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they gave him like his receivers for the first 5 years. His number one receiver is Devin Hester, a kick returner, a cornerback convert kick returner, and that was his number one receiver because the Bears thought that was a cool idea.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, but weren't you also meant to be run for his team with Forte?
Yeah.
Yes. Here's the thing: is if Cutler would have been on the Super Bowl team that lost, that we had Rex Grossman, who likes to just like throw the ball, basically to
we know, Sexy Rex.
You guys know.
Yeah.
Let's say like we would have we had that game well within hand to win with even a slightly more competent quarterback. So Jay Cutler should have been able to knock that out of the park,
right? Well. All right, so let's get on to the NFC East. This is going to be a long discussion. Branden and I are Redskins fans, as you can see.
Which means I'm a Redskin hater. Woo! Drinking that hater rate.
All right, so top storylines for the NFC East. You guys, Kirk Cousins' contract, I think, was probably one of the biggest.
Yeah, Zeke
pending suspension, maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be announced today, too.
Huh?
I thought it was supposed to be announced today, or that's what we.
It was supposed to be, and then Adam Schefter's like, it won't be today.
Right. I think Tony Romo retiring is a pretty big deal. I mean, he's been hurt, so we kind of knew it was coming, but like
Plus,
him,
he already lost his job. I kind of feel like so. It was like, well, you may back up here.
So,
okay, see you
I
later.
think it's more him retiring and going to be the number one broadcaster for CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's big.
I don't think there's much to go. I mean, besides like off-season additions, there's not much going on for the Giants.
Yeah, I think Brandon Marshall was probably the biggest one for them.
Whoa! We'll get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Eagles, okay, so the new offensive weapons for both the Giants and the Eagles. How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
Like it.
Like that tease? You like that tease?
I like it.
All right. So Len, let's go into the pickups for each team. Start with the Eagles. They had a few
Eagles. I'm a flying dirty bird. My new favorite team after the Dolphins, because Dolphins actually took over.
All right,
I'm partially an Eagles fan now because of Alshon Jeffrey, one of my favorite receivers.
is that your choice for best pickup?
That's my choice for best pickup. I think definitely. The one thing that I can say that offense was definitely lacking. Their biggest need was a receiver, and they got two. One being Torrey Smith, which okay is a number two. I like it, but as number one, Alshon Jeffrey is as long as he can stay healthy. Honestly, if he could just stay kind of like Sammy Watkins, if he can stay healthy a full season, he's top 10 receiver. I think absolutely.
I mean, yeah, he has been when he's
even when he hasn't. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Alshon Jeffrey was my pick as well for them.
Yeah, I mean, like with Jeffrey and Smith are both immediate upgrades over their two respective counterparts in Aguilar and Matthews. So
right. Nelson Aguilar, what a terrible player.
And they did also. I mean, they got Blunt too. It's probably not as big as Jeffrey, but they did get Blunt, who could be immediate impact for them.
Yeah, my only issue with Blunt is I don't know if he is a workhorse back to take the entire load, because he hasn't. He wasn't really like that. And they still have no, they don't. They got rid of Ryan Matthews. I thought.
No, I just was looking at fantasy stuff. I thought they said Matthews and Blount.
I don't know. I
Ryan Matthews is gone.
Expecting that third string guy to kind of step up. I can't remember his name now.
There was
Smallwood. Wendell Smallwood.
Yes, him. I think they were expecting him to be
so Darren Sproles, Ryan Matthews.
Oh,
so the looking at their depth chart that they released, Ryan Matthews isn't even on it. I think he's hurt. They have LeGarrette Blount, Donnell Pumphrey, who was the running back that they got from, I believe it was San Diego State that broke the record for most rushing yards in BCS history. Darren Sproles, and then Wendell Smallwood. So Ryan Matthews isn't even on the roster right now. So either way, Eagles suck. But outside Jeffrey is their biggest pickup. What about the Giants?
It's clearly Brandon Marshall. I mean, you could
clearly.
Actually, I don't know.
Clearly,
you could make a case that what's his name, Evan Engram, that their draft pick could be better, just because he probably will be the starter, while Marshall might actually end up being the third string.
So here's what I have on my spreadsheet. You ready for this? Brandon Marshall / Evan Engram.
Yeah,
so, that's exactly what I had in my mind.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Brandon Marshall, I think, will definitely be the number 2 receiver, and they'll put Sterling Shepard at number 3 because,
from what I've heard, though, the camp or the Giants camp are pretty high on Shepard. Aside from his injury, they're pretty high on his. Obviously, I think Giants do a shit ton of 3 receiver sets anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But and they'll probably have Shepard in the slot. But I could, from what I've heard, I could see them kind of giving Marshall breathing room, I guess, so to speak, or
giving him
plays
a break.
off. Yeah,
they could definitely replace him with Sterling Shepard, but I feel like Sterling Shepard is better suited to run the slot.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, Odell Beckham can run the slot pretty well too, so they could just put Shepard on the outside. So and then Evan. I mean, basically, they haven't had a good tight end there since Jeremy Shockey was a tight end there. Yeah. And Evan Engram will definitely fill that role. They haven't had a good receiving tight end in so long, although anytime they play the Redskins, their blocking tight ends catch 4 fucking touchdowns against us. So, Larry Donnell, that guy's a fucking 4 touchdowns.
The thing is, he was good for 1 year because I had him on my fantasy team and he was money in the bank.
Yeah.
And then Martellus Bennett was on the team, but he didn't really do much when he was there.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't.
No, wait. Was he?
Engram.
No, Martellus Bennett wasn't on the team.
He was in the Cowboys, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Engram will probably be a pretty decent receiving receiver, but he'll probably still be majority blocking tight end. Because I feel like that's just kind of the role they give
tight ends.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, definitely. They could definitely also put him out wide and put Will Tye, into block if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, it gives them more options, obviously, for Manning.
Right. The Cowboys. This was a tough one for me because their pickups were very
Yeah,
didn't
I
really
guess
make
he'll
any-
have to be their first round pick, right? Taco.
Old
Taco.
Taco Charlton. I had him. I put Nolan Carroll only
That's
because
who I was gonna say is Nolan Carroll.
yeah. I mean, he's
Because
not even that good.
Right.
But
Better than
he's
Norman.
no okay. Get the,
God damn.
cut him. We're leaving. This podcast is
Podcast over.
Like,
but they lost over half of their secondary. I mean, they lost
Carr.
Carr.
they lost
Claiborne,
Carr, Claiborne, Barry
And,
Church.
Wilcox. Wait, they lost Church?
Yeah, they lost Barry Church and JJ Wilcox.
I know they lost Church.
Yeah, and so they also lost another cornerback, and I couldn't remember who it
The rest
was.
of their team is suspended, so
Yeah, I have that as my on my
Actually,
notes
Nolan
here.
Carroll isn't he possibly one of the ones to be suspended?
Yeah, because he had a DWI.
Right.
So he's possibly going to be suspended. There's another lineman that is going to be suspended. I think they have currently four linemen that are suspended.
Mhm.
So I don't think their defense is going to be as good as it was last year.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, they still have Skandrick and what's his name? Anthony Brown, who I guess
Tony Brown.
Tony Brown. What's up,
Yeah.
Tony? Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. You ain't shit.
who I think will probably be their starters. I think Skandrick already was their best
Yeah.
corner, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, and then they still have that safety. I can't
So
remember.
Byron Jones was the starter last year, the safety. He's the guy that can jump ridiculously far. And
Yeah.
then the other safety though is his last name is Heath. I don't know his first name. Whenever I think of Heath, I always think of Reed Doughty for the Redskins. Like he's a slow white safety who's kind of good at tackling and plays special teams.
Yeah.
But now he's going to be a starting strong safety. I don't know exactly how well it's going to work out for them.
Mhm.
So I'm also a Redskins fan, and a Cowboys hater. So
Yeah,
Hater right.
they lost Free, but they're supposed to replace, or they'll just probably plug in Collins with him. So that's not
Yeah.
really missing much.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, they didn't really lose anybody. Best pickup for the Redskins. Justin, you go first.
Does Cousins count? He's almost gone.
No.
He was back. No. I'll give it to. Ooh, God, I'm trying to decide which way I want to go with this. See, I want to say, like, part of me wants to say Jonathan Allen, but I just don't. Still, kind of a question mark of how good he actually is or not till the season. I mean, I believe he's great, but till it actually happens, I'm gonna give it to kind of just it's. I think like Terrell Pryor, I think is kind of like the obvious one. But you guys also signed Brian Quick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might not make the team.
I could see Brian Quick kind of
Really?
quietly being their best pickup over time. I don't, because last year on the Rams, like the last few years on the Rams, his issue was always staying healthy. But when he was healthy and they used him as like a primary receiver, he was pretty damn good. Like he was a really good receiver. And that's why I feel like the Redskins probably lucked out really there because they got him pretty cheap, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I feel like he's going to probably be a big contributor to their offense eventually. Who do they have besides Pryor and Crowder?
Doxson.
Doxson, Reed.
Dotson.
We'll
We'll go back with Pryor then.
Yeah.
Because someone had to get hurt for Quick to even do
Right.
shit.
Brian Quick, actually, I think he definitely might not make the team.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have a bunch of young receivers that they really like that are basically the same thing as
Right.
As
Like
Quick-
they're really high on Harris still. That
Robert Davis they signed. I mean, they drafted.
yeah, and then they
Joseph Ryan Grant.
right.
So
Good.
there's-
I
Maybe
mean-
the Bears can get him then.
Yeah.
my two, I have a two for again. I have Terrell Pryor / Jonathan Allen. So basically,
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much my two were. I mean, the only ones I could think of that might end up actually being better just because it's been a position that we've had like difficulties for so long is DJ Swearinger. Like,
Yeah.
Mm,
if he can play like he did last year,
right. If he ends up being like the actual, missing link or whatever
right?
that we've needed for safety for so long, then he actually could end up being the best pickup.
Right. I really hope he is. Honestly, I kind of hope he is because we really need that. So, just some other notes that I had here. I had the Eagles getting all of their offense. Eagles defense, if their secondary can maybe not be as shit as it looks like it's going to be, their defense could be pretty good as far as like their defensive front seven.
Brandon Graham, bro. Brandon Graham.
Honestly, I feel like the biggest hurdle for the Eagles right now is whether or not you're going to get the Wentz from the beginning of the year or the Wentz from the end of the year.
Right. Well, let's wait until we get to bold predictions before I talk about Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Giants released Victor Cruz and Rashad Jennings. They're running backs. Basically, they're starting Paul Perkins. I mean,
my
Paul
boy.
Perkins, Shane Vereen as a receiving back, and then they have Orleans Darkwa. They also signed Sean Drone, who was on the 49ers, I believe, last year. Do you know who their backup quarterback is right now?
Me?
Either of you. Do you know who their backup quarterback is?
I honestly
It's not-
can't. I can't.
Ryan Nassib or some shit?
No, Ryan Nassib is gone.
I have no idea. I can't remember.
Yeah, Justin just making names shit up. Looking at
Is
Latin.
it Carlos Delgado?
That's a baseball player. Good.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you?
No, their backup quarterback is Geno Smith.
Oh, goddamn, that's right.
Yeah, their backup quarterback is Geno. But they also drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round, Davis Webb. That is the highest quarterback that they've drafted since
from Cal, right?
Since pretty much drafting Phillip Rivers and then trading him to Eli. So there's that. Redskins, basically, they lost Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon. They gained Terrell Pryor. And they retooled their defensive line. Basically, they got Terrell McClain, Stacey McGee, who are up. They're not the best. They're above average to average players, but they replaced the people that were there. And then Zach Brown, who actually led the league in tackles last year.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that. Led the league in tackles to be a linebacker there.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Justin's an asshole. So, all right. Well, then let's get into the bold predictions here for the. Let's do the Eagles. Branden.
Oh no, someone else start.
Okay, Justin, do you have a bold prediction? Would you like me to say my bold prediction?
For the whole division or for which team?
Eagles.
Eagles. All right. Well, we're going to go with Carson Wentz.
It's a good start.
Out. And Alshon Jeffrey is going to finish as a top 3 wide receiver. Boom.
Ooh.
You said bold. I was going to say 5. I was like, no, we're going to go bold 3.
Bold. So I have the Carson Wentz
bias, though.
Right.
Carson
Wentz is going to throw over 4,200 yards. He's going to get considered for most improved. I don't even know if they do that award, but basically like most improved player year over year. And then the Eagles will be top 3 in sacks as a team. They drafted Derek Barnett. They got Brandon Graham. Fletcher Cox is a beast on the inside. Unless he plays the Redskins, then we actually shut his shit down.
I feel like the Eagles are like a better version of what the Bears should have been. So
kind of, pretty much. Do you have your prediction here, Brandon? Did you say Dirty Birds? Because that's the Falcons.
You're right. I just realized that twice now.
I was gonna say something similar. I was just gonna say the Eagles defense will be a top 5 defense.
Okay. The only issue that I have with that is that their secondary is not that good. At least their cornerbacks. They have Malcolm Jenkins. He's pretty old, and then they have the guy that Nate Allen, I think, is their other safety.
I think they lost Nate Allen, or did they add? Yeah, I think they lost. Or they either added him or they lost him. I can't remember. Let me see. Where the hell did they go?
Let's see. Defense. Boom. Starting defense. Oh, they have Ronnie McLeod. But their starting cornerbacks are Jonathan Mills and Patrick Robinson.
Oof.
Oh yeah, they lost McKelvin.
So they lost Leotis McKelvin and I had it Connor Barwin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you talking about there?
Nothing.
Also got Chris Long. I didn't see that.
Yeah, they picked up Chris Long as well. So they actually drafted Sidney Jones from Washington, the cornerback.
Mhm.
So he could be pretty good. He was supposed to be first round talent, but dropped because of I think injury question marks. All right, New York Giants, New York Football Giants. Bold prediction. Boom, 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 boom. Do you want me to go? You guys have one?
Someone?
Either anybody? I'll go. Eli Manning gets hit with the injury bug for the first time in his career and misses more than 3 games.
Wow, you hate Eli. Was it his forehead?
Pretty much.
Or should I say 5 head?
Good God.
I had a few drinks at dinner. I apologize. I don't think that's why I'm being crazy, but
Yeah. All right. So Eli gets hit with the injury bug. So that basically Geno Smith would be their starter for 3 or more games this year. Bold predictions.
Bold prediction? You want a
Yep.
bold prediction, mother? What? This guy was a bold. Paul Perkins finishes as a top
Don't even say it.
8 running back as far as total stats, yards, touchdowns. They were so high on him out of the draft last year in training camp. He just
wrong.
wrong. No, it's right. It's a bold prediction.
Let me tell you why. Their
I
offensive line is doo-doo.
and Marshall 1,000 yards, but I was like, that's not that bold.
I actually was going to go that those 3 actually had over 1,000. Like they had 3,000-yard receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You just love making that prediction with teams.
Yeah.
I
don't know. So I have a negative and a positive. I don't know which one I should go with.
Deal with both. Just give
all right. So positive is they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
What?
Again. Wow. Negative is Odell Beckham has his first season under 1,000 yards.
Ooh, I like that.
My other one was that JPP is going to have more sacks than he does fingers.
That is a perfect bold prediction. I like it. So he has to have 10 or more sacks.
Yeah.
Basically, because currently he has 9.5 fingers.
I thought of that joke and I was like, I gotta run with that.
Wait, are we counting thumbs as fingers?
Yeah. True. Yeah. Right. Appendages. He has appendages out of his hands.
He's got
digits.
Dick fingers.
Or do you just count the club as one?
I don't know.
We'll just move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Dallas Cowboys bold predictions.
So I have like a negative and positive again for them. And they're both kind of based off of Zeke. So
Zeke.
Both of them are based off of, I guess, I'm going to say a 4-game suspension. We'll see for both. So negative or positive one is Zeke is suspended and Dallas becomes a pass-first offense, proving that Prescott is a legit quarterback. Negative is the same, and Prescott falters under the pressure.
So Branden predicts this will happen, or the opposite will happen.
Yeah,
he predicts that Prescott will either good or terrible.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the negative one. Negative one.
So Prescott has a down year.
Yeah,
and Zeke suspended 4 games.
Right.
All right, Justin, what's your?
That's not going to happen because I have a bet that he's going to have a good year. So sorry, man, that's wrong. My bet is that my prediction is that this is a tough one. This really is tough. See, I think Elliott's going to be suspended, but I don't think it's going to be more than like a game or 2. Mm-hmm. So. But I think Elliott will still have sub 1,000 yards, regardless of length of this.
Ooh,
I don't think he. I don't think Zeke's that good, to be honest. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll do good.
Really? We had the biggest fucking argument like 6 weeks ago that Zeke was the best fucking running back.
Wrong, because David Johnson's the best running back and Le'Veon Bell is the second best running back.
True. All right, well here we go. My bold prediction.
I said Prescott is a good quarterback, and I had him at like 5, and in hindsight, he should be more like 8 or 9. on my list.
Or
'Cause I
higher?
went a little bit crazy with that.
Wrong.
Lower? I don't know how it works.
You had like 27.
I had him at 15.
Yeah. My bold prediction is that Dak doesn't have a major sophomore slump. He kind of stays average. But my bold prediction is the opposite of Justin, and I said that Zeke will lead the league in rushing again.
No.
Yeah.
No, he won't.
That offensive line is
David
so good.
Johnson will lead the league.
David Johnson will lead the league in all-purpose yards, but David Johnson will not
David
lead
Johnson will
the
lead the
league
league in being a boss. Okay.
in rushing. Oh, true. All right, Redskins. Justin.
Oh, sorry.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, get your shit out of the way.
Redskins will go. This is going to also be okay. Redskins will finish last in a division.
This
is because of my playoff
that's not even
prediction.
really a bold prediction.
This is-
That's what everyone's
Okay.
saying right now.
Okay, so bold prediction will be that they still go 500 and finish last.
That's pretty bold.
That's pretty bold. Okay.
All right, Brandon, what's your prediction?
Mine is like the opposite. Redskins win the division.
That's
they go
pretty
six-
bold.
They go 15-1.
Yeah. I mean, so okay. No, I'll get into this in the record. So we'll.
All right. My bold prediction is that the defense becomes a top 15 defense and is one of the top 5 in turnovers and causing turnovers.
Wrong.
That's my bold prediction.
Yeah.
Because our defense was so atrocious that they can only go up.
I will also make another bold prediction. My other bold prediction will be that Terrell Pryor takes another step up as a legitimate number 1 receiver and finishes the league as like we'll say top 10 receiver. I think that's still pretty bold.
I was gonna make something like that.
Actually.
Yeah, I was gonna make something like that, but I wanted to stay away from like stats wise.
You want Jinx?
Yeah, basically. I was actually like my very first one was like I was like Kirk Cousins is gonna have the best season of his career. Then I realized
I was actually when I was trying to think of something, I was like, I was gonna put that Kirk Cousins actually has a bad season and cost himself several $1 million. So it was gonna be my prediction. But then I was like, I think he'll still be fine regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think Pierre Garcon or Deshaun Jackson are anything special, but that's just me.
No, I don't. I mean, Jackson is obviously one of the fastest fucking receivers in the league. He's ridiculous, and Pierre is very reliable on third down. But other than that, there's nothing.
right, they're not scared of him.
Right.
It's not a team where you go, okay, we really have to make sure we plan. I mean, maybe a little bit for Jackson, but for like there, we're like, all right, we just gotta do what we do, kind of thing.
Right.
Jackson, you just can't let him burn you. If he burns you, then you gotta hope that Cousins gets the ball on the target, and there you go.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, they better hope that what's his name, James Winston, can hit the target.
Am I wrong? Wasn't there like a bunch of times last year when Jackson would like be free and Cousins overthrew him or underthrew him?
There was a couple throws where
there was a lot of times where Jackson would be free and Cousins wouldn't throw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did overthrow
him. It's when he would throw it in the corner of the red zone 3 times in a row because whoever was calling the plays was not using their brain.
Yeah, fade route on Deshaun Jackson. Like, what the fuck?
It was like way out of bounds. It's like,
you know what you're gonna see.
There's nothing.
You know what you're gonna see from the Rams this year? You're gonna see fade routes to Tavon Austin.
Ooh, I almost gave up my secret.
Save it.
Cooper Kupp.
Save it. Save
Cooper
it.
Kupp. Remember the name.
All right.
Number 1 overall receiver. Next OBJ.
True. MVP of this division.
True.
Kirk Cousins.
I also have said Kirk Cousins.
Okay, that one was more based off of my bold prediction. So if that more realistic, I guess I would probably say OBJ.
I still say Kirk Cousins.
I'm gonna see. The thing is, like, how can I almost feel like I have to pick someone from like who I have finishing first.
So,
or do I? Would you like? Because I was gonna say Carson Wentz because I think he's gonna take a big step this year because Stephen Calvin just disappeared. Wow, what an amazing little shindig that was. I wonder if I had to add him back. Hold on.
That was weird. Me, it just kind of.
I said that maybe he's Mike Kelsky. I said freaking Carson Wentz, and he's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Your computer went to sleep? What? I guess he means his computer? What? Oh, there it is.
Oh, hi.
What happened?
It said my computer went to sleep?
That's weird.
But
And
like
weird.
nothing. I thought it was Justin's computer because like I'm literally like clicking on different stuff and like searching stuff, so I have no idea how the computer went to sleep. So cool story.
Anyways,
Google.
what I was saying, I'm gonna go with Carson. I don't have them winning the division, but I feel like Carson Wentz is gonna do really good this year. Basically, OBJ would be a good choice too, but I'll go with Carson Wentz. I just think he's gonna have a good year this year with finally having legitimate receivers, not people like Nelson Aguilar who's dropping it. Although Aguilar is doing good in camp, and is probably gonna have the third slot behind, and Jordan Matthews is gonna not have a job. So
What? No.
yeah, I was reading that this morning, which
There's
I was
no
like,
way.
what? I know. That's what I thought. I was like, Jordan
Like, I would
Matthews.
say the opposite of what Jordan Matthews is like the slot or something. Aguilar doesn't have a job.
Right. Yeah, because I guess Aguilar's been impressing in camp, and I guess the expectation now is that Matthews might actually be traded, maybe even to the Bears. Was a kind of a popular like rumor.
Mhm.
So and
Were
that
you reading
Aguilar is
Sports Mockery
actually
again?
what?
Were you reading Sports Mockery again?
No, it wasn't. That's where the trade thing was. But then I looked into it a little bit more and tried to find like where the hell did they come up with this? And Sports Mockery is like, well, we should try them Kyle Fuller because Kyle Fuller's looking real good in camp and he doesn't have a job.
Good God.
Jesus.
Yeah, I would like to think. I do think Carson Wentz is going to take a step forward, but I don't think he's going to be better than the other three quarterbacks. I lied. Let me take that back. I don't think he's going to be better than Kirk or Eli. I think he's going to be better than Dak.
My other choice was
I was
Dak
gonna say-
Prescott, but I knew that was going to cause a problem.
You can think what you
The
want.
other obvious one could be Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, even if he misses a game or two, he's still going to have a solid season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
definitely
mean, the
could be
bold
huge.
prediction that he's going to have under 1,000 yards, but that was just a bold prediction for funsies. But
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
mean,
actually going to
it's definitely not an easy choice like it was with AFC East.
Right. There's definitely multiple people you could go with for the NFC East as far as MVP.
I already got a
mean,
bold
like,
prediction for the NFC North.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mike Lennon's going to transform into a giraffe halfway through the season.
Literally a giraffe. Like a literal giraffe.
literally, the NFC North show, whenever we do that, is this going to be me shitting on the Bears the whole episode?
Hey, it'll
Who
be
is
me
my
shit on the
favorite?
Bears too.
I was be like, we're terrible. We're stupid. But anyways, moving on.
All right. So let's get into, I guess the last thing we have is the records. So Brandon, start us off with your
Starts off, Brandon.
starting from the bottom.
7-9. Redskins 9-7. Giants 10-6. Cowboys 11-5. So not much difference. Not much separation between the teams in terms of win-loss.
Okay, Justin.
8-8, Redskins. 9-7, Eagles. And then tied at first, but the tiebreaker goes to the Dallas Cowboys, 13-3, Cowboys and Giants.
Ooh, you have the Giants going 13-3.
Either
Very interesting. All right, I have the Eagles at 7-9. I have the Giants at 8-8. I have the Cowboys at 9-7, and I also have the Redskins at 9-7. But the Redskins win the tiebreaker there. So I don't have any team going over 9-7.
Justin, as an outsider looking in, are you saying that the Redskins are gonna be worse than last year, or just every other team is going to be better than us?
more of that. I feel like the Eagle, the Redskins made a little bit of improvement to their defense, but as you were saying, Steven, the line changes they made were just, it's not no one too special. Zach Brown obviously helps on the defense, and Swearinger should help. We already know how I feel about Josh Norman. I think he's a little bit overrated, but I think they'll be better on defense. But I think on offense, I still don't think they have like a running game very much. I mean,
Pirine, Samaje. Just kidding.
I got a P Ryan now. Anyways, I mean, could he be good? I don't know, but it's one of those things where I just don't think they got a very, very, very underrated offensive line. I don't think enough people know or talk about that. Their offensive line for the Redskins is very good. I just think that
Real good.
the Eagles, their biggest problem was probably the receivers. Their second biggest was their corners after they lost their corners. They solved one of those issues, so I think that should help. And like I said, I have them literally within a game of each other. And then the Giants, I just think that they're just finally ready to make another push for that Super Bowl. And it's just, I don't think they're going to, we'll get to the playoff predictions. Maybe maybe we'll make this a 5-part series, but we can do that in the post-production meeting and figure that out. But the Giants, I just think Brandon Marshall, he thrives when he has someone else that can take attention away. When he was on the Bears with Alshon Jeffrey, he thrives because Alshon Jeffrey's there. He can't leave Alshon Jeffrey wide open because then he's going to catch, then he's just going to get the ball.
Then he's going to break the record for most catches in a game.
Yeah, exactly. And then back on the Jets, he was great when Eric Decker was there. Now, I don't know if he's starting to decline or because last year was not good, but Decker was gone. So I kind of feel like some of that focus, I think Decker's a great receiver, to be honest. I think he's an underrated receiver. So it's one of those things where I kind of feel like now he goes here where OBJ is obviously the person that defenses are going to be cluing on, and they have Sterling Shepard, pending health and how that all works out. He's got two people to take the attention away from him. Marshall is a good receiver. And then Dallas, I just kind of feel like they're just going to do what they did last year. I feel like the defense is a little bit worse. Maybe I want to be a little bit strong on the record there. Maybe I should have the Giants winning the division and maybe the Cowboys losing another game or two. Honestly, I think I gave one game to the Cowboys because my Cardinals record was undefeated. So I was like, I got to give some of these teams some wins here because the Cardinals are not going undefeated. I can almost guarantee it. Just a little bit of Brandon or a little bit of David Johnson love. So, so I made a few adjustments. I was like, what teams do I think could beat the Cardinals? Okay, Dallas could definitely beat them. So I don't know. I think Prescott's going to continue to get better. I think Ezekiel Elliott, that offensive line there's no way you can look past that. And then Des Bryant, if he can stay healthy a full season, could be good. I don't know. He's got to get a rapport going with Prescott. And then really, I don't think they need to pass all that much as it is. So I don't know. From the outside looking in, it's not that I think the Redskins are bad. Like I have them at 500, I have them at 8-8, but I do have them at 2-4 in the division, Stephen. So that'd be a bet 1 for me. So
yeah, that's not going to happen. I had the Cowboys at 2-4 in the division. Actually, the reason that I have the Giants 8-8 is because, like, the years that they went to the Super Bowl and they were really good, nobody expected them to be that good. And I feel like their expectations this year, because of all the stuff that you said, is 12-4, 13-3 high. Like, they should have the best offense in the division. I think they do have the best defense in the division. I will say that. They have one of the best defenses in the league, I think, right now with who they have. But I just think that they're getting overhyped and they're not going to live up to expectations. I feel like that's been the Giants' kind of motto.
I feel like that's like all of NFC East kind of
true.
Nick.
I mean, I don't have anybody over 9-7, so I feel like that's
right.
Like,
I have 3 teams at 9-7 or higher.
Right. I have 9-7, 9-7, 8-8, and 7-9. So it's like it's not a super good division, but I think this might be like the best combined division, maybe, like best most good teams, I guess, in the division. But and then the Cowboys, I think Zeke's is still going to do good, but I think that defense is really going to falter. And while they do it, while they will have time of possession still, I think, I just don't see them being as effective as they were last year. So, plus I have them going I have them going 2-4. I have them splitting with the Giants and the Redskins, and I have the Eagles actually beating them twice.
I have the Dallas Cowboys sweeping the Redskins.
That's not going to happen.
For our bet.
It ain't going to happen.
I think I had the Redskins
and the Eagles do not finish last per our bet. As you can say, I made sure all 3 of my bets were wins. Well, I made these predictions.
All 3 of my bets are also. I mean, all 3 of the bets are wins for me. So.
Yeah, I do think this this division. Like I said, it's going to be close. I could see all four of these teams winning it. Personally, I mean, there's some that I think obviously our favorite. Cowboys, Giants are probably the ones that are popular to be favored to win it. But I can see scenarios where Redskins win it. I can see a scenario where like the Eagles really take a step forward and that defense really pushes them forward, and Carson Wentz takes a step, and Jeffrey and Torrey Smith, they all kind of works together with SPRtz, and they just make a big push, and they win the division. I mean, because Eagles started out hot last year, and then all of a sudden they just kind of petered off. So, the corners I think is their problem. I feel like all four of these teams have a section of their team where it's like it could be better. With the Cowboys, it's their like defensive backfield. I'd feel like, or at least like parts of their defense have holes, and then Giants, it's their run game. I mean, I like
their offensive line. Their offensive line is not good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that whole run game, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Like Shane Vereen's going to be good because he's just going to get dump off passes
if he stays healthy.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, exactly. And then Paul Perkins, they like him, and I kind of think he could be good, but until he does it, you can't count shit. So, and then Eagles again, their corners, and then Redskins, still need to make improvements to their defenses. The receivers, it's one of those things where like Doxson has to make the jump.
He has to play. If he just plays,
he has to play and produce. Terrell Pryor, there's always a chance that somehow he doesn't do as good as he was going to do.
Right.
And like Crowder's good, and then Reed staying healthy is another thing. So it's like I feel like all these teams have like hurdles they have to get over, and I feel like whatever team is able to most efficiently do that is going to win this division.
I think that's a perfect representation of this division, especially coming from an outsider. Like that, when I say outsider, I mean somebody who's not a Redskins or Cowboys, Giants, Eagles fan.
Call me Scott Hall.
True. That hurt my ears.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. I mean, like the Redskins can win the division if their defense gets better. The Cowboys can win the division if they stay the course as last year and their defense is just as effective. If the Giants live up to the hype, they'll win the division, and then the Eagles can win if their offense that they like the weapons they got. If Carson Wentz can take that step, I think he needs to take 2 steps forward, really, for them to have a chance. And their defense needs to not be – the defense wasn't bad last year, but their corners, like, they just got to make sure that they don't get passed all over, which, unfortunately, in this division is not going to be easy.
Right. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Was the Eagles – where's the Eagles, like, the number one scoring defense, like, as far as scoring, like, touchdowns and – I just remember
it was like 2 years ago because they
kept
2 years like fumble returns and like kick returns.
I remember someone had him like picked him up in fantasy in our league, and I just remember like every week he'd have like 20 points. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? They're not even good. Like,
right?
What is this shit? That was when like those were sad days for the Eagles,
right?
I remember those days. I remember I used to be really sad because I'm an Eagles fan. No.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. Where's the here we go. So Eagles. Oh wow! Rams had 5 interceptions returned for a touchdown.
Who did?
Rams.
Probably the only way they won any games last year.
True.
Oh, I can't.
I thought Philadelphia had a lot. Where? This says they had 0. I don't know.
Last year?
That might have been the year before.
Oh, let me go to 20.
Because in fantasy, kick return and punt return touchdowns also count.
Yeah,
one of those,
right.
Like, as a fantasy defense, they were like literally like the best, and it was like nothing you could do about it because it was just like they were just getting lucky with shit here and shit there, and like they're getting touched on like every game. It was kind of like a couple years when like Antoine Smith, or maybe it was last year. Like every time he got the damn ball for the Falcons, he would score a fucking touchdown. I was like, this can't be. He had like 6 carries or 6 like carries / receptions and like 5 touchdowns. I was like, all right, come on now, settle down.
Right. Or that random ass receiver that they have that ran all those screens.
Yep.
Oh, what the fuck is his name?
Yeah.
We'll get to it when we get to the NFC. Yeah, I'm looking at the stats, and I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong stats or not, but I do remember exactly what you're saying. So, that's it. NFC East. I'm more excited. First game is tomorrow for us.
Tomorrow for us too. Bears.
It is. Who you guys play? Not that it matters, but
I'm not even paying attention anymore. I'm just trying to get through the season and hope that John Fox, Ryan Pace get fired. Vic Fangio can go too. I don't give a fuck. Just clean house. Georgia McCaskey either quits or falls off a ledge. I don't care.
You can say you hope she dies. It's okay.
I don't hope anyone dies because that's a little extreme. But
Okay.
I just hope that someone else buys the team who's not terrible. And like, I almost just want to buy the team, but the biggest problem is I don't have money to do that. So I can't say it, but
yeah, you know what? Hashtag same person. I feel like we're in the same boat there.
yeah, you could help. Yeah, the Redskins would really use a new owner right now. If you bought, okay, well, that's another topic for another day. Never mind.
Here, tease
it. If you bought the Redskins, would you change the team name?
They just need a GM and not a president who calls our quarterback by the wrong name.
How the fuck do you call your starting quarterback for the past 3 years the wrong name?
Honestly, I don't think he's doing it on accident. I think he's doing it deliberately to kind of be like kind of like not really bully him, but kind of like, yeah, you don't like you only matter if we say you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of like
I get what you're saying, but like I feel like regardless, like that is like
it's stupid.
It's so unprofessional. Like
when you like, I could see if he slipped like one time. Like he's starting this interview right, and he's like, yeah, so Kirk Cousins XYZ blah blah blah. But then like the reporter's like, so do you think Kirk is gonna do this? And he's like, yeah, I think Kurt will be like do real well. Like
I see what I'm hoping is the next interview he's just like, yeah, I think Curtis Cousins is a good player, solid quarterback, and I think Curtis is gonna take us to the Super Bowl this year.
He's got to call him Curtis Brothers.
Curtis Brothers. He's like, I think Tom Brady's gonna take us to the Super Bowl. He's like, wait a minute, you don't have Tom Brady,
right?
You have Kirk Cousins. Oh, that's what I meant. Curtis Cousins.
No, it's going to be that lineman they get called. Yeah. It's going to be that lineman they get called Diamond Booty.
Diamond Booty.
Oh, good.
Yo, hey, Diamond Booty.
Diamond Booty. All right. I think that's going to do it for this week. That is our AFC and NFC East prediction.
What are we going to do next? So we can go south, or we can go north, west?
Let's go west. We're going to go west next
West
week.
Coast? Oh, I got some good ones for the West Coast, including the Arizona Cardinals.
So we got
the football world.
The best division and the worst division, right?
Yes. Although
I feel like one of those, if you're talking about the NFC West, I feel like there's like 2 good teams and 2 terrible teams.
See, well, okay,
talking about the AFC West,
AFC West is definitely the best.
Yeah,
and then NFC West is definitely the worst, just because.
Branden, your picture went out.
Did it? Oh God!
Mm-hmm. Did your computer go to sleep? Oh, it's back.
Is it? Can you see?
It's like I can see your.
It's like a frozen picture of you.
Yeah, it's weird.
You got with your hand up, like.
I will punch you.
Tell you what I think. Right? I think Kirk Cousins is the greatest.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Did you say Kurt?
I did.
I don't
Not
know
my quarterback,
but whatever.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So next week we will be talking about AFC West, NFC West. We'll try again for Wednesday. Hopefully, technical issues will be solved.
Yeah, I'll do it from the desktop computer where there's not issues ever.
No, you have issues.
I won't have someone come and fix my fucking bathtub at 8:30.
It's a little ridiculous. But anyway, thanks for listening. And if you watch the YouTube, thanks for doing that. I am Steven, Justin, Branden. Let us know if you watched or listened so that we actually know people are watching and listening. Let us know what your thoughts are so we can argue with you about why you're wrong.
Yep.
And
I love telling people they're wrong.
Yeah. Also, we'll be presumably earlier because it won't be my anniversary. It'll just be comic book day.
Yeah, it'll just be comic book day. But you'll also find us on Sunday. Well, Monday. You'll find us Monday on our normal SPR, which I think we need to have a pre-production. Pre-production.
We don't have actually anything booked for that.
No.
Talk about comics again, guys.
Right. Good God. All right. I think that'll do it.
Cast, that's all I care about now.
True.
All righty.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.